everybody. Welcome back to Paranoia Plays Final Fantasy 15. I'm Paranoia of the Paranoia Archives, and in the last episode, we started our journey through Final Fantasy 15. We left the Crown City of Insomnia. We are on our way to marry Lady Luna Freya in the city of Altissia, but along the way, we hit a little bit of a road snag, and our car stopped working on us. And so we came to Hammerhead Outpost to meet Sid and Sydney. And as they worked on our car, they sent us on a mission to take care of some little monsters, and by taking and finding a man named Dave. This time, we're gonna be going and taking care of a mission Dave sent us on. We're gonna be locating a monster called the Dual Horn, and we're basically gonna fight it, take care of it, and hopefully get our car back by the time it's done.
Only so far a man can walk. Our Crown City upbringing didn't prepare us for this.
Pretend you're walking to the car.
As you guys can see at the bottom left, my down directional button is assigned to a fire symbol. That is as last episode I explained that this episode I'd be showing what elemencies do, and basically I'll explain how magic works in this game. It's limited and very awkward at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually really useful, and I really love using it. Okay. Outfit change, not only appearance but attributes as well. Yeah, that's why I showed you guys at the beginning of the episode.
That's a dual horn? Yes, but not your run-of-the-mill breed. We best make quick work of it.
As I bet at the beginning of the episode, there's a quick little look at everybody's little setup, and yeah, every outfit changes their attributes, and that's why I'm gonna change it around every episode and kind of go through. I'm gonna keep rotating them out, and I'll show you guys what each of our weapons are, what our outfits are, what accessories we have, and what our stats look like at the beginning of each episode, so you guys can get an idea and you're not left guessing what's going on.
Wait a sec.
What? Scared, big guy?
You ought to be too. Thing's vicious.
You sure? Looks tame to me.
Yeah. Look out!
Yeah! Shawmu's blow! Nice one.
It's not over yet. Ready for round two?
Yeah.
Bring it.
Yep, it's explaining techniques like I explained in the last episode. Now, let's use magic. That did quite a bit of damage to it. But I'll explain. Actually, I'll explain in a minute. For now, I'm gonna finish the battle.
The odds are against us.
I'll say. All right, boys, we're in the home stretch. Don't go dying on me now. Gladio. Here I am.
You're on fire today.
Oh yeah.
All that's left is the takedown.
No holding back.
None the worse for wear.
And with that, we killed the dual horn.
Ring ring. Hello?
Hey, Dave just called and said he's safe. Thanks for finding him.
Okay.
Nice work, y'all. By the way, the old girl's looking good as new. Oh, while I got ya, if y'all want to fix her up before you roll out, let me know.
That's right. Dad said he left something in the trunk for me.
Sounds good.
She'll be waiting at the garage.
Gotcha.
So, who's up next behind the wheel?
Ignis should take it and never let go.
It helps that he can keep 4 eyes on the dash.
I couldn't even keep one. Not sure I'd do any better.
Put me in the driver's seat. Good. Because I need the legroom in back.
Yeah. So anytime like Noct has like an inner thoughts in the parentheses, I'll read it out to you guys. This game is pretty much 100% voice acted, so it won't happen too often. But it's just like I feel like it's easier just in case something goes wrong in rendering and you probably can't read the subtitles. It's good if I explain why there's a sudden pause. And I just want to bring my attention to one thing. I like how Cindy just kind of talks about how the car's all ready, and then Nox is like, "Okay." Like, dude, seriously? Alright. Now onwards back to Hammerhead.
Man, it's hot.
Then lose the jacket.
I kind of like the fact that they just all kind of... Prompto, where are you go... Oh, there goes Ignis. Bye, Ignis. They're running out of missions are funny.
Rude to keep a girl waiting. You better apologize. What is that? A live hurricane. That thing's like half bird, half storm, half airship.
You realize that's 3 halves.
Would explain its size. Awesome in every sense.
Prompto does math like I do. Not at all. Huh, I guess we'll have to see what that is. What's up with that little bird friend of ours in a little bit. Because I'm pretty sure everyone is curious what it is. I know I am. Also, that thing when Noct turns green, that is what I was talking about with the stamina boost. If you let go of Square at just the right time, he gets a boost and it pushes him forward and refills the stamina bar. I try to make sure I hit it consistently, but there are times where my timing is just really bad and I'll miss it by a little bit. But I brought to attention slightly in the first episode and figured I'd bring it up again.
Real nice here.
Yeah.
Save manually to supplement autosaves. Yeah, as I said, I'll usually save right after each episode. So, before I go to the shop, I'm actually gonna go talk to... Oh, fine. Ignis, where are you going? They said shops. I'm like, now I'm just confused. Whatever. I'm just really confused now. Okay, let's come in here and see what this is about. I'll say usually when you enter buildings, Nox stops running and just kind of walks at his own pace.
Oh, I mean, welcome. How's about a bite to eat?
Restaurant proprietors will tip you off to hunts that reward Gil and other prizes. Slay a target and report back to these tipsters to claim your bounty. Complete hunts to earn stars and increase your hunter rank. More challenging hunts will become available at higher ranks.
Want to help out with some varmints? Much obliged. Appreciate it. You boys are a brave bunch.
Alright, so... Actually, one
What do
sec.
y'all want to know?
Nearby havens have been marked on your map. If you talk to any diner or restaurant person and you press the dialogue box option, they'll give you a fill up on the map of every haven location, every parking spot, and a bunch of other things. Outposts, basically any point of interest. So I'm going to make a habit of making sure I find and talk to every single one of them as we go. The second option is meals. I usually don't rely on this because it costs money, and Ignis will cook at havens and hunts.
Make sure y'all go prepared.
I will demonstrate what a hunt is now, actually. So, Gorgons of the Dust is the first one.
Wanna go check it out? What is it?
So let's go head out into the desert, and see what this is all about.
On my way.
So yeah, usually I would go and get the regalia, but as I've explained in the last part, Gladio relies on running through the fields and picking stuff up. So it's like, I'd honestly think at least until he
I'm
gets.
going all out.
Just don't get too carried away.
Sure want to talk. No, Mr. Nice Guy. Knocked!
Well, here we are.
You rang? Right there. Oh yeah.
As I was saying, with Gladio's skill, I find it better to just do a lot of survival stuff first, and then so later on you don't have to worry about it as much. Because as I said, this is going to be 100%, so I'm going to get all of them to level 10 and their max level 10 with with each of their skills. And so I want to get Ignis Gladio taken care of sooner, just so I don't have to worry about doing it in the aftermath. That and he could pick up some really good items, so it makes going to shops almost unnecessary.
Focus.
Got it. Always got each other's backs. Right? You know it. Last thing I need now. Eyes peeled, mouth closed. One shot.
So I got.
This sounds like you're having fun.
I love Prompto's like nonsense. Like I love the fact that he just kind of sings the old victory theme. Circle behind enemies and attack to blindside them. Successful blindside strikes can lead to a chain attack with your friends.
Knocked. Try to hit him from behind. Wanna team up? Stay close.
Got it.
I'm coming.
Gladio!
Don't miss. Pronto. Make it count. Nice. Now it's time to go to town. Give them hell knocked.
So Prompto spazzing out over there.
What's what?
I've come up with a new recipe. Well, I could taste test for you.
I'll say his appearance there was kind of an example of something I want to bring up. With magic can backfire.
I think I got a pebble in my shoe.
Take it out.
Yeah.
I love the sarcasm, but yeah. So magic, if you hit the enemy, it has a lingering effect. So if your teammates run into it, the teammates will start taking damage as well. Like they're going to take damage from your magic. So be cautious with it, because your teammates will get hurt. Like it doesn't really affect anything, but it's just like it'll stop them from doing combos. It'll make it so you have to watch their HP bars, which you don't want to do. Trust me. Like the game will alert you when they go down, but you don't want to focus on that.
We're in the money. We're in the money. Ready for this?
What? Gladio, Pronto, you're up.
Nice work, Gladio.
Yep. Well, here we are.
Hey, Ignis, instructions. Heads now.
Feisty little devils. All over. Would have liked to wrap that up more quickly. Huh.
Yeah, so that's an example of hunts. Hunts, depending on your level, will be very tedious. But I'm gonna go through and do all of them real quick. Like I'm just, as I no. Actually, I'll cut to when I get over there. All right, we've gone to the next hunt. Oh,
How many times? Enough talk. Time for some action. Here we are.
say that's twice in a row that I've had enemies just suddenly come up and start attacking me without me realizing. Yes, but as I was saying, we're back. We've made it to the hunt location, and so we're okay. So as you can see, there's 5. I was like, usually the amount doesn't matter as much. Say like killing them all, they always grant good rewards, good experience. Yeah, so, and as I showed you guys, like you don't level up naturally in this game. So leveling up with what you can get is great.
Tread lightly. We're outnumbered. I propose we take them out one by one.
Could you propose a way to finish this faster?
It's time. Watch yourself, Noct.
I know.
You know, you might be able to counter if you started parrying properly. You're on fire today.
Well, you know. Hey, Gladio, do it! Poncho, you're up! Nice work, Gladio! Nice one, Poncho! It's nothing.
How are we?
Getting by.
Allow me. Take cover and heal up, Noct.
Uh-huh.
More cover.
So long! Pronto! Gladio, Pronto!
Watch out!
Nice work, Gladio!
Don't die on me. That was a close one.
Too close for comfort.
I'm comfortable just being alive.
So as Gladio so kindly demonstrated, if you get close to death, the characters will actually alert you. And truthfully, that's pretty cool. Like, I honestly think that having the characters alert you to it is really, really good. Which ones did I do? Okay, the Gorgers in the Dust, Farming in the Wasteland, Howling Wind of the Hunger. And this time you're just gonna. I'm not gonna bother. No, I'm not cutting. That's it, because at this point I feel like there might be something else I can explain. So yeah, link striking. I'm not fully aware of the details of what causes that. Like, I'll correct myself if I'm wrong in the next part, but like I believe link striking happens when like you blindside an enemy. Like, it's kind of like the counter attack that you do with your partner. I say, like, I feel like it does extra damage. It's like certain things do different damage, so you're just kind of like, okay, let's see what this does, or let's see what that does. So kind of experiment with each weapon too, because like as you notice, I'm changing weapons constantly between fights. No, during fights.
Sounds reasonable enough.
Actually, yeah, and as you guys saw, I was wasting potions like no one's business. So
Are you joining us?
I'm gonna go and get some. I'm gonna go and check what they have for sale, and I'm actually gonna demonstrate something. Earn gil by completing hunts or selling trinkets. So I'm gonna go to sell. Leisure goods. I need those. Giant hairy horn, a majestic trophy taken from a truly massive beast. As a precious artifact, it can catch a high price. Always look for these. Like,
Much appreciated.
like I wouldn't bother selling a lot of these things. Like the base coins are pretty good for it, and the sharp tail feathers. But really, you should only really be thinking about selling the big stuff. It says it's not compatible. It's not compatible with the regalia, but I'm gonna hold on to this just in case. I think that's actually for something important. How many high elixirs can I get? 2. Okay, that's fine. Get 2 high elixirs, replace an elixir, and get the rest in. Hold on, whoops. And I get six potions. Okay, yeah, so we're broke now. So let's go take care of the final hunt. Oh.
Take a look at this.
What about it?
So before we go into next time, I don't remember if this one said daytime or anytime, but we're not high enough level to really focus on going and... Actually, hold on. Yeah, we're not strong enough to fight the things that are going to be here at night, so I'm gonna fast travel to a haven and rest for now.
Everything in order?
Yep.
Right behind you.
Sleeping out under the stars tonight.
So yeah, his new dish that he thought of is spicy long bone rib steak. And if you notice the little character at the bottom right, which is, yeah, this is the first instance we're seeing this, it means that this is that character's favorite, one of their favorite meals. And this is Prompto, so he will actually get an extra bonus out of it. So while Noctis, Ignis, and Gladio will get the 200 HP and increased attack by 50, Prompto, I believe, gets times 1.5, I believe is what it is. I think the game tells us, actually. We'll see, though. I'm hungry now. Like the food they made the food in this game look really good. Like, and it doesn't help that they praise Ignis for being a great cook. So it's just like, there's the fanfare. But it's like, yeah, I would eat it. Okay. So everybody still has even XP. So we're not always going to consistently stay at the same experience level. I can almost guarantee you we never will. Alright, Gladio leveled up. Survival, Remedy Retriever. New recipe, Prairie Style Skewers for Ignis for leveling up. And Prompto now can do road trip filters. So Noctin Prompto can take like, I haven't demonstrated this yet, so I'll see if I have it. But for hold on. So yeah, let's view what pictures we want. I'll save that one. No,
Hey, this one's pretty good. I know. I dig it too.
I'll save it.
Perfect timing.
Just because that's my boy Ignis right there, and I need that picture. That, yep, the Masamune. That's when I. That's pretty cool. I like that. I say just the classy picture of Ignis. I like it.
Peaceful out here. Dark and quiet reveals so much hidden by loud city lights.
That's all well and good, but I'm more concerned about the things hiding in the dark.
Well, it's definitely no place for a moonlight stroll. But it's not all bad.
Yeah, I kind of like it. Never would have guessed. Why not? Because you're a prince? What? Princes can't enjoy the outdoors?
Okay, see, I was way wrong. But yeah, no, if
Ready for more? You bet.
Let's hit it.
if they eat their favorite meal, they're going to get a bonus. Like, but yeah, its techniques go faster and critical hits are faster. Okay, so because I had to go to the Haven, it turned out this ended up being farther. Oh, so
Bash some heads in. You know it.
Ooh, head bashing.
No cause for concern.
Here goes nothing.
Knew you weren't completely useless.
Oh yeah.
okay, if that was a bit of a wow,
Down we go.
that was a bit violent.
Right.
So I'm gonna cut again just to get us over to that checkpoint, and then. But before we do that, let's go to our ascension menu because we have 94 AP that I need to spend. So let's look at recovery. Increase HP recovery rate when hanging after warp point. Boost allies' defense after taking them out of danger. So we haven't gone into danger state, but I will say this is helpful. Get this skill. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Fun. So yeah, this one's rapid regen is also really good. If we don't, I don't have first aid kits. So let's look at magic. Absorb more energy from element deposits. Yeah, that's going to be really helpful. Enhance potency by 10 when crafting spells. The effect of similar abilities do not stack. Almost nothing stacks in this game. Like, don't expect anything to stack. So here's something I haven't touched on. Everybody can use magic. All four of the guys can use magic. I prefer to keep it on myself, but I think Ignis would be a good choice as well. Just, I don't trust the AI a lot. Like, the AI is good, but I just don't trust them to use the magic right. During wait mode, warp strike on enemies not targeting Noctis to increase the likelihood of breaking its appendage. Actually, yeah. Alright. And then I'll see you guys over at the next spot. Alright, we're back at the next hunt spot, and we're about to come into contact with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. I know it says this to the right, but I keep blinking that's there, but to like after I'm already done counting. So yeah.
We got a little problem over here.
Cool. We'll take care of it.
go.
All right, so that's the 3 hunts taken care of. We're about to go. Let's just go and basically turn it in.
Oh, it's just y'all.
Hunt
Nice
complete.
work out there.
400 and 740 gil and 1 high elixir. Hunt complete.
No
Varmints of the
surprises.
Wasteland. Oh, there was another high elixir, and I believe it was 1,000 gil.
Y'all did good.
1,570 gil, 1 iron bangle. I'll say that'll be put on one of the characters in the next run, like in the next episode. All right.
I'll tell y'all about the area. If
Let's-
y'all liked it, come on back.
I'll demonstrate how food cooking works here and like something like this later, because I know there's a point where there's not that many havens during a certain point. Do I need anything? No. So yeah, let's just report back to Cindy.
Sorry about the wait. Ain't she purty?
She's almost too pretty for the road.
She's back. We should all get a picture with her.
I love
All the more reason to ride with care. Oh, and before I forget, would y'all mind making a little delivery for me?
No, not at all.
Perfect. Thought you'd say yes. So I already put it in the trunk. There should be a motel on your way to Galden. If y'all wouldn't mind giving that to the owner, that'd be swell.
Grandpa like grandkid.
Now that she's all polished up and ready for the road, would you care to take her for a little test drive, Noct?
Sure, why not?
And I needn't remind you to exercise caution.
well, I was like, so I was about to say,
It's
a
nice
lot
to
of
not have to kill anything.
a lot of this game just has a lot of personality. I love how Noct and Prompto, they're not alike. Like they're similar in age. They're clearly good friends. Like Prompto is not like Ignis and Gladio, where he was obviously trained to be a royal guard. Prompto is clearly he's a royal guard, but he's definitely just really good friends with Noctis, and you can tell. It's like, well, and Ignis and Gladio are good friends with him too, but it's like you can tell the difference between like people who've trained to be his guardian and then Prompto. And it's like I I honestly recommend to anybody go watch the Brotherhood and Kingsglaive movies, because just the personality these characters develop is amazing. Like Brotherhood is about these four. Kingsglaive is about the royal guard as a whole, and you get a little bit of Noct. It's just it's a really good movie, and I really recommend it to anyone who wants it. Like anybody who wants to learn about these characters. So we're gonna manual drive. Like
Time to go.
I know we told Cindy we customize it, but we'll come back to that later. All right, and onwards to the rest area, the Errand Prince.
Hammerhead is like no garage ever. You know?
One would expect no less of purveyors to the crown.
I'll miss it once this road trip's over with.
Huh? There's no reason you can't pay them a visit anytime you please. I'm sure Cindy will be glad to look after your car. Oh, right. So, that's what this is about.
If you need, I could always lend you the regalia. Whoa! Thanks for the offer, but once we're back in the Crown City, I think I'd better score my own wheels.
I'll say, like, as it's saying to the side parking spots you could fast travel to later. Like, that's why I wanted you. That's why I was recommending talking to that guy. Like, just talking to the people, like the person at the shop. It's like you will get stuff like this. All like you'll get spots where you can fast travel to, which is widely helpful. Also, I'm realizing now I'm going the wrong way. So, oh yeah. Also, depending on how hard you hit the gas, they'll do that. So hey, yeah. Let's turn this around. No, no, Nox. What are you doing? Turn around. U-turn. Okay, so gotta make a U-turn. Cars should not do that. Yes, after you have to have like some control. So let's look at the radio. So I'm just gonna let it play out on its own. Like it's not loud enough to. I was like, I'll just start there. It's like I was looking for a specific one, but it's like I realized it's gonna take a lot to get there, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Honestly, there's not much to say about the regalia. Like I'll explain customizations later, but it's just like the basic one is basic, and I'll definitely fast travel back to uh, the Hammerhead to get it. Like maybe in the next, in the next episode, I'll definitely go back and show you guys that before we actually get to Galden, like they're saying. Like, because when we get to Galden, actually, no, never mind. I was saying when we get to Galden is when like you can't. I was doing things out of order, just my rambling. Ignore me. Okay. So yeah, as you guys can also see, there's a fuel gauge. You want to watch that because I've had to get the regalia towed more often than I like to admit. Okay, so we're gonna. Whoops, I tried to be gentle.
Everybody out.
Aye, aye.
Should be a nice change of pace.
Well, I'm gonna get the regalia in here because, like, I think the quest won't let me continue until the regalia is where it's supposed to be. Okay, let's try that again.
What's the forecast?
Clear skies with the temperature rising.
Nice.
I wish I could say the same here, Ignis. Like, it is. Yes, it is freezing here.
Well, I'd say that's far enough for today. Might be wise to leave the driving to me until we found our bearings out here.
So for a while, Ignis will take over now. Like, this is the last chance I could drive, but it's like I will demonstrate driving when the time comes.
You all came all the way out here to deliver the goods. Well, thank you kindly. We'll take it out of the trunk, so you all just sit tight.
Umbra, bringing us stuff. Atta boy.
A dog can really track a scent.
Sutherland knows how to find us.
How do you always know, boy? Just a sec.
Nice flower. It's the same kind we sewed our crowns from. Oh yeah, Sill blossoms. So, I have a favor to ask. Take the notebook with you when you go. Sure, that's not all. I want you to put something in the book and send it back.
It's come time for me to leave Tenebrae. Finally going to see you after all these years. Just left Crown City. Got it. Yeah, no, we're gonna do the serious one. Finally going to see you after all these years. As much as I'd like to do the joke, I feel like I should be I should do the serious options for this run.
All set. Take care out there. I know. You're not gonna tell me.
Then don't ask.
What was that about? You don't say.
Work's done. Let's see ourselves to Golden.
Just Prompto reminds me of a friend of mine. Like, I have a friend who just Prompto reminds me of.
Hold on a sec, sir. I found an envelope addressed to Meldacio inside the package.
Meldacio? The Hunter HQ?
Yes, sir. The headhunter ought to be around here somewhere. Mind making one more delivery?
What do you say, Noct? Might as well while we're in the neighborhood.
Side quests are separate adventures that do not progress the story. Check side quest destinations and objectives from the quest menu. So we'll actually be taking care of that in the next one. I feel like this is actually a good place to stop for the time, and when we come back, we'll go take care of the new side quest that came up, and then head on our way to Golden. So yeah, like honestly, I know we didn't do a lot of story progress today, but I feel like we did get a lot of stuff explained. Like I got to demonstrate a lot of stuff that I've been wanting to demonstrate, and that's all that matters to me. It's like I wanted to demonstrate the hunts. I wanted to demonstrate.
So, you thinking to fairy tale Lady Lunafreya back to the Crown City?
Nah, no need to rush to happily ever after.
Wow. Still can't believe you're actually tying the knot, dude. How does it feel now that it's finally happening?
Fine, I guess.
Ah, come on, you can't fool me. Any guy would be over the moon to marry her.
No big deal.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I love this game. But yeah, I got to explain a lot of stuff I wanted to explain. But yes, in the next one, we'll come back. I'll demonstrate the Regalia change. We'll continue the main quest as well as doing any remaining side quest. Honestly, expect this from the rest of the series. Like we'll be doing a lot of hunts, we'll be doing a lot of side stuff. The main story will progress naturally, and I was like, I mean, I'm debating splitting up the episodes between like main story 1, side quest 1, episode 2 story, episode 2 quest. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'll see how it goes out in editing. But just as for now, this will be a good place to stop. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I really hope you guys are enjoying the content so far. And hope to see you all in the next one. And then same next time we'll continue the story. Until then, I'll see you all in the future. Paranoia from Paranoia Archives, signing off.